It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see David Njoku. He had a touchdown last week, the cherry on top of a ton of yardage. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Monday night.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The second of 2 games tonight. It's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up Week 2. The Steelers offense set for their first possession here, and it's Kenny Pickett who will lead the way, the second-year man, Charles, from Pitt.
Pickett didn't quite lead Pittsburgh to the promised land in his first season as the hometown kid and franchise quarterback, but he did impress once he got on the field. Winning 7 games helped keep the vaunted streak of non-losing seasons alive in the Steel City.
Looking to throw right away, Pickett.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Back to throw, Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And Najee going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this out past the 35-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football, too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Again, it's Harris on second down. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Pickett going to bootleg it. And he's got his man. And oh, caught up. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Well, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. Well into the triple digits, and they'll take that every time out.
What I loved was just how decisive he was running the football. Coaches like guys that go north and south. They don't like the east-west guys, the juking and the jiving. 1 foot in the ground and cut.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
He'll get this up to about the 44. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes us up to the 47. You look at this Steeler defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll and chip away at their time.
Down the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
Yeah, he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pickett.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first-down type plays. Yeah.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number 1, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They run it again with Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quez Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Browns have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Fryerview.
Over 70 yards receiving now for him in his first half alone as he's got a first down on that last catch. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Pickett. Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon. Plenty of talent in their class this year, some of which will contribute early and some which will be called upon down the road. The GM makes the final call after all the input from the scouts and the coaches. Now it's up to the coaches to develop the guys that the GM picked.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 11. Here's Pickett.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
Pickett back to throw.
Robinson's got it. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. Looking to throw, Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle. It's Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Now a 2nd and 6. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for 3rd and long.
And he is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone will come through.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be a touchdown. David Njoku, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
The York on now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now Pickett. That is incomplete.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Here's Deshaun Watson and the Browns back to the field.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watson now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53.
York able to send this one through.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Desmond Ridder, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their 2nd straight to start the year. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Isaiah Hodgins leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. A.J. Brown, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On first down, it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They go with Chubb on second down. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Pickett to throw on first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Pickett back to the air on second down. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
He finds Robinson. He'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. first down. They'll run with Chubb.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Rolling to his right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, 56 yards.
And the Browns are able to stretch out their lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Pickett on second down. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now Pickett.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Browns.
A give running right is Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
And again, it's Chubb. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
On the return is Peterson. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
On 1st down, Watson. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he checks this one away from harm. Incomplete. That was 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. But George Pickens and the Steelers headed back out for another series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
From the gun on third, Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to...
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here's Pickett.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
It's Deontay Banks with it.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watson.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
York able to send this one through.
And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff. Score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
And now out come the Steelers.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown.
George Pickens
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
On the return from his end zone is Grant.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
87 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Cleveland.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw again with Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Pickett now from the gun here. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Pickett will look to throw it here. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30. And the Browns first down.
On play action, it's Dobbs. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Receiver downfield. Offense.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Come on.
Now Dobbs. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Dobbs throw taken in by Watkins here.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
First down,
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
They're in pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Dobbs. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns.
Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Pickett. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33.
Pickett to throw on first down. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's Pickett.
At the 29-yard line.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Johnson's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, here's Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Pickett right back to the air again.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 2nd down and 6 now.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps it moving forward.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Now it's Peterson.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One final shot for Pickett.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think